1059 Quick Rock, Lion Country's rock station. I'm Mark the Shark, and we are happy to have as our guest today, Sara Robinson. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me. This is exciting.
Now, here we are on the East Coast, and I just wanted to give our listeners a little bit of info. So where are you zooming into from this morning?
I am zooming in from Arizona, Cave Creek, Arizona, to be exact. Yeah.
All right.
So
Now,
a
you were born and
little bit,
raised in
little bit far.
Arizona, right?
Yes, I was. Yep. Uh-huh.
All right.
I am a local.
All right, so tell us a little bit about growing up in Arizona and the music scene, and we're going to talk about some of your influences too. So just tell us a little bit about
Yeah.
growing up.
Yeah, so I started singing very, very young. Before I could talk, I was writing songs and singing around the house. And my dad is an amazing musician. He never pursued it, but he's really, what made me get into it so much. And growing up in Arizona, that's pretty much, I mean, it's so hot outside. You have a lot of time inside. And so we did a lot of singing, a lot of practicing to karaoke tracks, at 12, 13, and doing all that. And then I finally started doing some live shows when I was 15, and then I started gigging out ever since then. So I kind of just I did that whole world for a while. But yeah.
So your dad, I know you had a lot of music influences
Mhm.
growing up. Now your dad's a drummer, right?
Yes, yep.
Okay, and I found out too that he's a big fan of Led Zeppelin, which I'm assuming that you're a big Zepp fan too.
I am, yes, yep. He's a singer and a drummer, and it's funny when we would do gigs back in the day. He would sing the ocean for a couple songs, and everyone would go nuts. It was awesome. Like, Dad, you're stealing my show, but it's all right. I'll take it.
Yeah, some of the early documentaries, some of the things we saw as far as some press releases on you in the early days, a lot
Yeah.
of people make comments on how young you were at the time, and yet you were so full of the blues. Now, there's an old saying, there's an old lyric line that says, "You got to pay your dues if you want to sing the blues." And
Yep.
we saw one article. You weren't even old enough to drink yet, and they were making comments on what a bluesy singer. Where did
Yeah.
all that come from at such a young age?
Man, it's so funny. It's something that I never really had to think about. It was just something I always did and was. It's so strange to explain because it's like a supernatural thing to just be away in your own brain and singing that way. It's so hard to explain, but I think just the influences from my dad, growing up on great music and it just being in my blood, I didn't have much of a choice.
Now, some of your influences, we found out Gladys Knight, Aretha, uh, Bonnie Raitt. I know you're a big fan of Robert Plant.
Yeah.
Everybody's so bluesy. So, what would be a go-to song? Well, let's pick Gladys Knight. What would be a go-to song that you would like to sing
Oh,
from
it's funny.
Gladys
I
Knight?
I used to love doing you ain't got no kind of feeling inside. Yeah, that was a fun one to do, but yeah.
Yeah, we watched some videos of you and your band, and it
Yeah.
seems like you really have a lot of electricity with the other members of your band. Do you want to go ahead and tell us who some of the musicians are, your guitar players and bass player? Talk
Yeah.
about the band a little bit.
Yeah, so now that I'm on my own solo, so I was in some bands for a while, but now I'm officially on my own, which has been so cool because I have like some top-notch studio cats. I got like Frankie Lindia, who was just on tour with Rat, and David Lee Roth, and then I got Ken Shock from Fuel and Candiria doing drums and stuff. So right now we just got the studio cats doing some stuff, but we're getting a band together so that hopefully we're touring by the end of the year.
Hey, that's great that you mentioned Fuel. They're a good Pennsylvania rock band there. Fuel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. And he's so cool. Ken is
yeah,
amazing.
they're from like our neck of the woods here. So, all
Mhm.
right. So, when you're out playing live, okay, um, what do you think it is that you do that Sara Robinson does special, to connect with the audience when you're singing your own music?
Oh, that's a great question. I think first and foremost, it kind of has to be for you first. You kind of have to be in love with what you're doing, because if it's not authentic, it won't really resonate with the crowd anyway. So I think you just have to have it already sold to yourself before you share it with people, because when you believe in it, other people believe in it. And I think I just kind of lose myself on stage. And I've always said that I'm more comfortable in front of thousands of people than I am walking through Walmart by myself. So it's a strange thing, but there's a comfort there. And I think that that confidence is just what happens, when you're meant to do it, I guess.
Every live performer has their first live performance in front of an audience. You had mentioned about being a kid and doing the karaoke and all that stuff, but do you remember where you were when you actually performed one of your own songs for the first time live?
Wow, I do actually. It was in Tempe, Arizona. And it was at a place called Long Wong's, and it was a little like bar and grill area. And I did with my first band. We were together only for like I think 3 weeks as an original band. We had done cover stuff before then, but I was 16 at the time, and we had booked this gig at this show, this Long Wong's venue, and it was that venue that we did our very first set of 4 or 5 original songs. And that very first show happened to be when like the main guy from Arizona who does all the festivals was there, and so he booked us at Apache Lake immediately. So literally, from that first week of releasing original music at this little tiny dive bar, in a few months I was already on to festivals and stuff, just because he had showed up, and it was just kind of luck of the draw there. But yeah, that was such a great moment, because it was like, wow, this is cool.
All of us here at 1059 QWiK Rock, we're really digging your brand new song, Queen. Um,
Thank you.
had a chance to check out the video. How did you come up with the idea? And, what was that experience like?
Yeah, it's funny. Well, when we wrote Queen, so I got to write that with Cass Dillon from New York, and he's absolutely amazing. And when I wrote that, when we were writing it, I was envisioning the whole time just like Desert Queen, being from Arizona. I just pictured like a throne in the middle of the desert, easy, very
Yeah.
easy, but also powerful. And yeah, so I just kind of had that image in my head when I was writing the song. And then when we were coming up with more stuff, it was like, oh, this might be cool to do like a slower, sexier scene with the cool lights in the background, and then this might be cool to. But yeah, the throne I think was just kind of there from the beginning, and then we played on that in parts of the video.
All right. So you got the video, you've got the song Queen, and we're rocking it here on 1059 QWiK Rock, and we wish you all the success on that. So new album, new tour. Can you give us a heads up on what's in store over the next couple of weeks, next couple of months for Sara Robinson?
Yeah, so we are working on getting that band together, because we got a lot of cool stuff that will be coming up here soon. So once we have that running, I'll be releasing some tour dates, and then also new music will be coming soon as well. So it's all real in the near future.
You got it. Well, again, good luck on the tour. Good luck on the career. Again, here at QWiK Rock, we're happy to be a part of the journey with you, and we're going to be rocking your song "Queen" here
Awesome.
in just a couple of minutes. Um, Talking about keeping up to date with you and your tour, what is the best way for our listeners to follow you?
Absolutely. So you can find me at official Sarah Robinson pretty much on every site. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, all of that. And then, yeah, so if you just look up at official Sarah Robinson, especially like on Instagram, it's a lot easier to just go to my link tree in my bio, and then you'll see all those links.
Got it. I
Yeah.
always like to ask this question, okay, and then we're going to play your new song. If you were
Awesome.
stranded, if Sarah Robinson was stranded on a desert island, which probably looks a lot like the desert in Arizona, but if you were
Yes.
if you were stranded on a desert island and you had only one album or one compact disc that you could listen to for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, that's so good and so hard. Oh my gosh. Okay. You know, I oh, anything by Marvin Gaye or Etta James or Gladys Knight, anything like that. I don't know if I have a specific because I'm more of a song girl. Like I have specific songs, but yeah, I think anything like that would keep me happy for a while.
Okay, just a little rock and roll with some Southern soul. You got it.
That's right.
All
That's
right.
right.
Sarah Robinson, we thank you very much for taking time out of your busy day and being a part of our broadcast here on 1059 Quick Rock, Lion Country's rock station. So I'm going to go ahead and let you be the DJ and
Oh,
introduce your brand new song.
awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. My name is Sarah Robinson, and this is my new song, Queen.